Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Mindset Model YouTube and podcast. Wherever you're watching this, listening to it, I am delighted to have you here today. Now, this episode, I am so excited to be recording this, and I may die of excitement because this has been the most incredible couple of weeks. I'm just obsessed. So, in this episode, I'm first of all going to share with you about my recent trip to Amsterdam, the global gathering, all the vibes. And then I'm going to be diving straight into my book update about the unseen adventures. Yes, we have got a jam-packed episode for you today. So grab yourself a coffee, grab yourself a tea, a prosecco, a cocktail, whatever floats your boat. Get it right now, take a seat, and let's go. Let's dive in. So first of all, the global gathering. So the incredible brand that I work with is Authentic Beauty Concept. Check them out. Have a little look online on Instagram. We every single year do something called the Global Gathering. Literally, as it sounds, people from all over the globe gather up and have a damn good time. And just to give you an example of how epic this event is, there was 260 guests. I think it was 22 countries from 3 continents. Yes, that was the vibe. And in Amsterdam, it was hosted at this gorgeous venue called De Hallen Studios. And it was just incredible. And the purpose of this event was to get all of our incredible hairdressers, salon owners, creatives, influencers together in one place to get creative, get really immersive and hands-on, because the brand itself was created for hairdressers by hairdressers. So a huge fashion influence as well. And it was like, so we had the opportunity to bring some of our amazing customers. I just love them so much. We had the best group of people. And the first night, because I was in charge, I know, me in charge, I was like, right, I was extra bossy on this trip because I just wanted to make sure that everyone was having a good time, everyone was safe. We went for this beautiful meal at this restaurant called Fico. Oh, the meatballs. Oh, so this was on the menu. It was like the meatballs, grandma's recipe. I was like, I need that immediately. Delicious, succulent balls, the way we like it. Oi, oi. And for main, truffle pasta, like stunning. So the first day, amazing, hands-on. We got first look at the innovations. We saw some amazing shows by the global advocates. We had Annika Phone, we had Hester, and it was just amazing. And then we had some some of our other global, I wouldn't say they're global advocates. What would you call them? Fuck knows, I can't remember. Just incredible. Powerhouse women. They were doing a talk on how they created their businesses from scratch, how they get through having imposter syndrome and build their confidence. It was just so unbelievably inspiring. And then we went to this rooftop bar and I'm talking like this was a sunset setting, gorgeous views of the whole of Amsterdam. Free bar. Oh, yes. So the cocktails were flowing, and these were the most delicious cocktails ever, like sensational. And so my beautiful customers are literally having the best time ever. And I'm obviously trying to be quite sensible because got to make sure being professional, looking after everyone. It's quite funny because a couple of my customers know about my alter ego, Delilah. Ooh, now she's a bad bitch. When Delilah comes out, I'm talking, yeah, she's up to no good. And I was like, no, Delilah cannot come out on this trip because, I have to make sure that everyone here is okay. Delilah did put her toe out a little bit. She did turn up a little bit, but only, for about half an hour. And then she went straight back into her fucking box where she needs to stay. Um, Now, one thing about this trip, which was incredible, So we invited some influencers on this event. So my responsibility was to look after our customers, and then Valentina was looking after the influencers. I wasn't paying any attention as to who the influencers were because I was really like tunnel vision, got to look after my beautiful team. And then when we got to the global gathering, Valentina was like, "Oh, Sarah, you've got to meet Bella, you've got to meet Georgia," and I was like, "Oh my God!" So. My most favourite show on the planet, I don't watch a lot of TV. In fact, I don't watch any TV apart from this one show, which is Made in Chelsea. I am obsessed. I've been watching this for years and years and years and years. And guess who one of the influencers was? She was Bella Sharp from Made in Chelsea. So I'm stood there. My inside voice is like, don't you fucking dare ask for a selfie. Act normal. Be normal. So I'm like sucking this all up and I'm like, hello there. Trying to be normal. So yeah, Bella Sharp, she is a gorgeous woman. I think she was probably in about two series ago. Can't remember. But such a cool girl. And you forget that, celebrities, influencers are just normal people. So we had an incredible conversation. She loves animals. I was like, this is my type of girl. So we were talking about how we're going to save the world, how we're going to save the animals, and all of this good stuff. So, anyway, I had the best time in Amsterdam at the global gathering. I got to see the most inspiring, incredible people. And this is what I say to all of you. Make sure you are going to the places which light you up, which inspire you. You are in the rooms full of people who are cheerleaders, they're full of good energy. That is where you need to be. So let's move on to the really, really, really fucking exciting news. So, The Unseen Adventures. This is my incredible fantasy book, and I have been writing this for just over a year, and I am delighted to announce that I now have an editorial consultant, and not just any editorial consultant. Oh no, the award winning writer Claire Rammelkamp. Am I saying your name right, Claire? Who knows? But you are a vibe, and I am so excited you are working with me on this. There's no words. This is not just a book that I'm creating. This is like a portal into your true self. It's all about inspiration. Now, I am in this episode going to give you a little bit of a recap as to how I started the Unseen Adventures, what it's about, and how I met Claire, because this story, oh my days, it blows my mind. So let's rewind back to 2024. This is the year before the mindset model, before I started writing the book. I'd only really just started the podcast. This year, I was feeling so stuck, so frustrated. I knew in my soul that I needed to create something, but I didn't know what it was. And if you've ever felt like that, where you feel like you don't know what your purpose is, and I can't even put it into words. Anyway, I had this really intuitive nudge at the end of 2024, and it was like, listen up, bitch. You need to get out into a creative space. You need to go to Egypt by yourself and you need to create. I was like, oh, well, I'm going to listen to this. So, February 2025, I took my ass to Egypt, and all of the magic just blossomed. So I was there for a week and I started just getting this idea on paper of the unseen adventures. And I was just having these downloads of what the book is about, how I want my readers to feel. And it is a fantasy book, but it is based on true real life stuff, which I'll talk about in a second. So that is when the book was born. And that is also when the mindset model was born, because that's when I started planning my brand and this incredible platform to inspire people to go for their dreams, goals, and desires. Now, I have never written a fucking book before. No idea. So I was like, I love this. I love what I've got on paper, but I don't know whether other people will. So I started looking into talking to an editor, a developmental editor. Her name is Nick. I can't pronounce her last name, but she's a gorgeous soul. She lives in America. And I was like, hey, Nick, this is what I've created so far. What do you think? And she gave me some directional, I don't even know what the words are, but you know what I mean. She loved it. She was like, this is an incredible book. It made her feel so warm and just, she gave me some incredible feedback. So at least then I was like, right, okay, so this isn't a pile of trash. I am on the right tracks. Um, so I've been adding to this book for the last year. I've got everything down on paper, like all of the ideas, but the bit which I was missing was like expanding the chapters and the language because I've got all of the ideas and the feelings and the emotions and the pictures in my mind, but it's really difficult to get that down on paper to help other people understand. So I was like, I really, really need, I don't know what I need, but I need somebody to help me with this. In comes Claire. So let's rewind back to when I first met Claire. This must have been, I'm going to say like 2023, could have been 2024. I'm not sure. Now, I am a part of a model agency, Ginger Snap Creatives. Check them out. They are one of the best modeling agencies in the world, in my opinion, just because they are so inclusive. They see your beauty and they're just an incredible company to be represented by. I've been with them for, I want to say like 20 years. It's been that long. I've always been with them. And we got called, well, I got called to a casting. Actually, no, they put us straight into the job for a beautiful brand called Wicked Dragon. And they really specialize. It's a clothing brand. I think it was from Peru where the original idea came from, but it's all very sort of like fantasy, mystical, like really gorgeous bright colors and tie-dye and all of that stuff. And they were like, Sarah, they would love to have you to model their new clothing line. Can you make this date? And also there is another model that's going. Would you mind if they came with you? I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I sent her a message. I was like, hi, Claire, how are you? I'm Sarah. We've got a shoot booked. I will come and pick you up because we're both like Bristol girls. So I arranged to pick her up from the McDonald's near Cribs Causeway. Out comes this absolutely stunning redhead. I was like, oh, here she is. And we just hit it off straight away. We're both a bit quirky, both a bit unique. And then that was our first photo shoot together. Yeah, as I said, we got on really well. And then that was it then. Didn't see her for a good couple of years. And then was it 20? I'm getting my years mixed up. Could have been last year or the year before. I don't know. We had out of the blue a random message from Wicked Dragon. They were like, oh, we would absolutely love to do another shoot. Please, can you come down on this date? And they selected myself and Claire. I was like, brilliant. So I messaged Claire. I was like, hey, girl, should I pick you up in the same place? McDonald's, let's go. Now, this trip was very, very different because I had started the mindset model. I was very much in a different identity and a different energy. And Claire was telling me more about her life story, and it was just blowing me away. She's so talented. She's also an actor as well. And we were just talking about acting and presenting, and she was telling me about her dreams, goals, and desires about having her own talk show. And she does a lot of comedy and things like that. And I was like, she's so talented. Like, why isn't she showing up and, showing off these skills? And that's exactly why I created the mindset model, because I want people to realize that joy and desire that you have, that calling, you can absolutely do it. So I think at the time Claire was feeling a little bit flat about things, and she messaged me after the shoot being like, Sarah, thank you so much for, I'm going to do it, I'm going to show up on social media. My God, did she show up? You need to check out her Instagram. Her videos are absolutely hilarious. I will share all of the details in the show notes. So anyway, then Claire was telling me about obviously like her education. And I'm sorry if I get this wrong, Claire, but one of the most prestigious universities in the UK is it Cambridge or Oxfordshire? Probably Oxford, Cambridge or Oxford. I'm sorry if I'm upsetting people. You're both amazing. But Claire got a scholarship to go to one of these universities. I was like, excuse me? Miss Brains over here. And she was telling me about that she does writing and things like that. And at the time, I didn't really put two and two together. I was like, oh, that's lovely. Anyway, we did our photo shoot. It was amazing, kind of kept in touch. And then this year, what year are we in? 2026. I was like, right, I really need some help with this book. I know I'll message Claire to see if she knows any author, not any authors, any editors that can help me. So I was like, hello, my love. Because the reason why I asked Claire and I didn't go anywhere else is because I'm very, very specific with who I work with on the Unseen Adventures, because this is such an incredible book for people which understand mindset. And I needed somebody that was very open-minded. So Claire messaged back and she was like, I would love to help you with this book. And I thought, well, shit. Of course. Literally slapped me in the face. I was like, this is it. This is the answer. And it is happening. Yes. So Claire has officially done, she's added 5,000 words to the first couple of chapters. She's just sent through the brief. I haven't even read it yet because I just know, well, I've read like the first bits. It's so good that I cannot eat. I am beyond excited. So that is how I met Claire. She is my editorial consultant. She is incredible. And we are on this path to be creating something which is unbelievable. So a little bit about the book, because you're like, wow, that's bloody wonderful. What the bloody hell is it? So this is, as I said, it's a fantasy book. And the main character, her name is Dahlia, and she's obviously, I am the main character in this book. And the one of the other main characters is Eric, which is based on my husband. And in this book, this is all about leaning into the possibilities of life. And Dahlia was very stuck in her life, and she was like, is this it? You know, we get told to live life a certain way, but there must be more to it. And because she started to really go inwards and do the research, she discovered something powerful and incredible. And the research that I've done over the last 10 years around mindset, but I've also delved into things such as how reality is created, other dimensions. Like this shit is fucking real, everyone. Like I'm not even. So the reason why it's a fantasy book is because a lot of the things that I talk about in the book do seem like a fantasy. But are they though? But are they? So as the reader's going through the book, it is very relatable. You will probably be able to see yourself in this book. A lot of the things will really resonate with you, but it will also help to open your mind as well into the possibilities. And yes, there is a fucking unicorn in this book, and he is an absolute legend. His name is Orion, and I cannot wait for you to meet him because he's a vibe. There's a couple of other characters in the book, people that have been in my life that really stood out, as in, I just again found them so resonant with people. I've also got a section in there as well because I said to my old boss, Ed Mosey, I was like, Ed, you are going to get a shout out in my book. His favorite animal is a hippo. So, yes, there is a hippo in the book. His name is Sergeant Ed or something like that. I can't remember. He loves curry. And yeah, it's a whole thing. But, all sort of fantasy aside, when you're reading this book, it does feel real and it gives you that feeling of this is what Claire said actually when she first read the chapters that I created. It's very much a mixture between The Alchemist, but with a little bit of Bridget Jones in there as well. So yeah, I am so proud. Now, just to finish off this episode, because I don't even know how long I've been talking for, fucking forever it seems like. Just to round this off, I just really want to speak to whoever's listening or watching this. No matter what is happening in your life at the moment, if you have got a calling to do something, do it. Do it, do it, do it. I am somebody who did not identify as somebody that could create a brand, have a podcast, do a YouTube, write a book, do modeling, do acting, be a brand experience expert for like one of the best hair care brands in the world. That was not for me. But because I changed my mindset and the way that I saw myself, everything is for me. And I want you to really understand that whatever is pulling your soul at the moment, you run towards that and you go for it. You don't have to know how it's going to happen. You just have to follow those little intuitive nudges. Even if they don't make sense, if they feel good, absolutely go for it. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please make sure that you are liking, sharing this with anyone that needs to hear these inspiring messages. I cannot wait to give you the updates on the Unseen Adventures. There will be blog posts on this. I'm sure I'll do another couple of episodes as well. And we may even have Claire as a guest expert on the podcast. Who knows? So have the best day, and I will see you all very soon.